God message today. The awakening at Raven Sea. Breathe, beloved flame, deeply, slowly. Inhale until the world disappears. Exhale until only truth remains. Because this is not just a message, this is a summons, a divine current moving beneath your ribs, calling your soul to rise from the shadows it's grown used to. You must stay with me. Don't drift now. Don't let your mind dismiss this as another gentle echo in the noise of your days, because something holy, yes, holy, shook the sky over Raven Sea last night. It was not a fleeting thought, not a passing wind of emotion. It was not the trick of memory or longing. It was the divine collision of time and spirit, written before breath ever kissed your lips. And though you didn't see it with your eyes, your soul is already quaking. That heaviness in your chest, that flutter that starts for no reason at all, that sudden drop in your spirit like rain from a cloudless sky, that's the echo of something ancient waking up. Because last night, in the realm unseen, something broke open inside of Kalen, the one whose spirit has always walked beside yours. Maybe you call him by another name, or maybe you've stopped whispering his name at all. But it was him, Kalen, the one formed when the stars first danced and the oceans remembered the moon. He felt you, not your memory, not your energy, you. And when he did, the silence inside him shattered. He wasn't seeking, he wasn't ready, but the divine hand of Elion, the ancient voice, swept through the dimensions and whispered, Now. And something in Kalen unraveled, not with chaos, but with sacred fire. He might have been sitting by the stone well outside the old chapel ruins in Dovemere, or maybe he was sprawled on his bed in the midnight hush, eyes closed but mind storming, or perhaps he was nowhere particular, simply breathing, simply existing, when you struck him like thunder under skin. Suddenly, the veil tore. He remembered. He remembered the curves of your laughter, the ache in your prayers, the scent of your soul. He remembered the promise etched in celestial ink, written before the sky was blue. He remembered you, Seraphiel, not just as a woman or man, but as home. And in that moment, everything else grew dim. His doubts, his fears, his long list of reasons, they dissolved like mist under morning's fire. You see, this wasn't a love story born of earthly timelines. This was revelation. And when the revelation hits, it doesn't knock politely. It rips, it shouts, it weeps. Kaelin wept, maybe not with tears, but with surrender, the kind that doesn't need words, the kind that grips the soul and says, I cannot live without this truth anymore. And yet, this moment, this holy quake, is not his alone. For what awakened in him also stirs in you. You're not here reading this by chance. You're here because the gates have opened on both sides of the river. Your ache, your knowing, your unshakable belief that something eternal was always waiting. It was not madness. You were right. Even when you sat in silence while others moved on. Even when you chose trust over evidence. Even when your faith felt like foolishness. You held the line. You bore the grief of remembrance. And Elion has seen every breath of it. This moment, this is your confirmation. This is the storm giving way to clear skies. Because while Kalen was being broken open, so were the chains around your spirit. For too long, you've walked beneath the weight of longing. You've been the intercessor, the warrior, the watchman on the wall, crying out for a love you could feel in your marrow, but not touch with your hands. You've whispered to the stars, Did I imagine this? And the stars, they wept for the burden you carried. But now, the shift has come. The separation is no longer sustainable. The veil is thinning. The timeline is realigning. You're not crazy. You're chosen. And now, beloved Seraphiel, it's not just about what Kaelin feels. It's about what you will choose. Because this love, it is not casual. It's covenant. And the divine never breaks covenant. Kaelin's awakening may not yet have reached his lips. He may still be silent on the surface. But within him, thunder, fire, visions. He sees you in dreams and in daylight. He reaches for your name in the dark. His soul chants a single cry now, let me return. He sees now that no other connection could mimic what lives between you two. He knows no counterfeit can hold a candle to the fire you carry. He knows beyond logic that his peace is tied to your presence. But know this too, it was your faithfulness that helped awaken him, your endurance, your tears, your whispered prayers over his name when he couldn't even feel them. Seraphiel, daughter of the flame, you were never just waiting, you were birthing. Your belief summoned heaven's response. So stand now, beloved. Let your shoulders rise. Let your voice reclaim the songs you once silenced. Because the same voice that stirred Kaelin out of slumber is calling you into the fullness of promise. And there's more. Oh, there's so much more. The path forward will not be without testing. The wind may howl, shadows may linger, but you are no longer alone in this ache. The two halves are stirring. The reunion is being written. It may not happen in the timing you once imagined. It may unfold slowly, like dawn inching across the sky. But it will unfold, because Elion has declared it. And when Elion speaks, reality must bend. Can you feel it now? The way the air feels heavier. That's not just emotion, it's alignment. The realm of spirit has shifted, the divine council has risen, and the name of Kaelin has been spoken in sacred chambers. You are remembered, Seraphiel. You are seen. You are celebrated. And as you read these words, may your soul stand upright again, because this is not the end. It is the threshold, and the one who once wandered has turned their face back toward you. Can you hear it? The wind calling, the fire waking, the river parting. It is time. The reunion of soul to soul has begun. The soul remembers a prophetic spoken word of divine return. There is a sound in the silence, a tremble beneath the stillness. And if you are quiet enough, brave enough, surrendered enough, you can feel it right now, in this moment, not in your mind, but in your marrow, not in your logic, but in your lungs. It's not imagination, it's not fantasy, it's the truth that has always been there, rising like incense from the altar of your soul. You feel it, don't you? That pull, growing stronger, like the tide that refuses to be ignored. That stirring, the sacred ache of something ancient finding its way home to you. And though your eyes may not see it yet, your spirit already knows something is moving, something big, something irreversible. Their energy is brushing past the veil now, not with words, but with weight. You can sense them, you can feel them, their thoughts like wind at your neck, their heartbeat like distant thunder in your chest, even if they can't say it yet, even if their mouth hasn't formed the confession, their soul already has. The connection does not wait for clarity. The truth does not pause for permission. And the truth is this, you were always meant to come together. This is not some faded fairy tale. This is not the leftover echo of a half lived life. This is destiny, resurrected. This is divine memory unfolding. This is your story, not ending, but beginning again in the fullness of time. So I ask you, if your chest feels heavy and light all at once, if your bones tingle with something deeper than nostalgia, If your spirit is whispering a quiet but resounding yes, then speak it, declare it right now. Say, I receive this message with an open heart, or say Amen. Let those syllables roll from your mouth like a key turning in a lock, because those words, they are not passive, they are portals. They open your energy, they unshackle your spirit, ready not just to hope, but to receive, not just to imagine, but to live. Because what's coming now is not a shift in emotion, it is a shift in reality. The changes began in the invisible, last night, last week, last year, maybe in a dream or a sigh you couldn't explain, and they are still unfolding behind doors you cannot see, in hearts you cannot touch, in dimensions that move faster than time. The divine has been working, aligning, untangling, softening, tearing down walls built in childhood, unraveling soul knots tied in trauma, preparing sacred ground for a love that does not flinch or flee. And when the moment comes, it will not be small, it will not be half hearted, it will not need to be explained. It will arrive with wind, with light, with a thunder that says, this was always meant to be. And before that moment, you'll start to see signs, songs echoing your feelings word for word, numbers repeating like drum beats of destiny, names, images, places that haunt your path with eerie grace. These are not coincidences, they are breadcrumbs from heaven, clues from the unseen. They are the divine's way of whispering, keep going, you're almost there, because they are coming. Yes, your beloved, the one whose name your soul has always known, not just in dreams, not just in glimpses, but in flesh and blood, in breath and truth. They are moving toward you, not just emotionally, but spiritually, and soon, physically, not because you chased, not because you begged, but because love always returns to its altar, because the soul cannot forget what it was forged for. There will still be moments of silence, flickers of fear, whispers of doubt, but they do not mean loss. They are just echoes of the old trying to cling to the new. Don't give them power, because this connection is not fading, it is tightening, sharpening, becoming refined like gold in flame. You are being asked to hold the light, to become the lighthouse, the unwavering flame that says, I am here. Your love, even from afar, is what reached them in the dark. It is what woke them up. It is what called them home. So stand tall in your knowing, not desperate, not grasping, but sovereign, steady, open, because what is meant for you is already on its way. You do not have to force what is divine. You do not have to earn sacredness. You only need to trust it, receive it, make room for it, because they see now, they feel now. Something cracked open, a veil lifted, and they can no longer pretend, no longer distract, no longer run. And this time, they will choose you fully, wholly, without the mask, without the fear. But understand this moment for them, it is more than love, it is decision, it is destiny asking for a yes. They stand at a real crossroads now, not metaphorical, but energetic, emotional, and spiritual. One path, the past, safe, predictable, numb. The other, the unknown, but alive, brave, whole. And they feel it. They feel the pull to the unknown, to you, to this love that won't let them sleep. But hesitation rises, and it's not because of you. It's not because they doubt the love. It's because they doubt themselves. There is still pain inside them, shadows from their childhood, voices that said they were unworthy, beliefs that taught them love always ends in loss. They fear they'll ruin what's pure, they fear they'll fail, they fear they'll be seen and still abandoned. But this fear, it is being burned away day by day, thought by thought, because the awakening is real. The process is working, even when you can't see it, even when they say nothing. Their soul is moving, their heart is breaking open, and your light is the torch lighting their path. But while they walk their journey, you are called to walk yours, to surrender, not collapse, not give up, but to release the grip, to let go of the need to control the outcome, to stop asking when, to stop believing you have to do something to be worthy, because you already are. You already did. You loved. You stayed. You grew. You let go. You became. And now your part is to open, to breathe, to trust. Let your spirit say now, I am ready. I am open. I trust. I believe. I release. I receive. Say it with your chest. Say it with your breath. Say it with the holy fire that flickers in your soul, because they can feel you, even now, and your surrender helps them rise. Your openness gives them courage. Your faith gives them wings. They are coming, not because you chased, not because you pleaded, but because the soul remembers. And this time, they are ready to remember too. They are standing in the truth now, shaken, awake, alive, and they are about to choose not fear, not silence, you, because this is love's return. And this time, it stays. God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 1 and 11 if you believe in God.